Okay. Shh, 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 shh. Right. Start. Can all of you start by writing this word? Highlight the word converse. Highlight the word converse. Now this converse is not the shoe that you are wearing. First, converse means reverse Pythagoras theorem. Now let's revise Pythagoras theorem again. We say that if a square plus b square is equals to c square, this is the Pythagoras theorem that we are talking about. So what are we talking about? Converse or reverse here? So let's start. Now let's start by writing the purpose of converse theorem, or why are we even learning this? Now the aim for this is to use to test if a triangle is 90-degree. Okay, we want to know whether a triangle is 90-degree. We will always use converse Pythagoras theorem. Okay, yeah. So let's start by, oh sorry. Okay, quickly take down, then we will continue. I need a diagram. Can you look at A now and suggest to me which length seems to be the hypotenuse? B, AB. So this one seems to be the hypotenuse. So I want you to draw a diagram. Uh, this is 12. This is 10. This is 8. Not drawn to scale. Not drawn to scale. Is this okay? Is this okay? And under this, I want you to write down two columns. Two columns. Actually, am I blocking you? No. Can see, right? Okay, so the first column I want you to write wrong. And the second column I want you to write correct. Correct, correct. Start. Now I start with the wrong one first. Now, may I ask, is this a Pythagoras? Is this a right? Is this a? It's not, right? Okay. Let's see. How do I know whether is this a right angle triangle or not? If I want to use Pythagoras theorem. Okay, we write the wrong one first. What will I write? 8 square plus 10 square equals to 12 square. Can I work out the number? What's the number in the first? 8 square plus 10 square? 164. What about this? 144. Are they equal? No, it's not equal. So what can you say? Since right. Right. We don't write a square plus b square equal to c square. The reason is because not all triangle will start with a, b, and c, and not all triangle the hypotenuse will be at c. So we need to learn to write alphabets. So for example, 8. If I want to write alphabet, it's actually ac square. Do you follow? Plus bc square is not equals to AB square. The triangle is not 90-degree. But this is wrong. Can I show you the correct one first, then we do a comparison? This is under the wrong column. Means if you write this in the exam, it's wrong. It is wrong because the first statement is wrong. Can you highlight the first statement? Oh, sorry. Can you highlight the first statement? This is 8 square. Is this even correct? No, right? 8 square plus 10 square is not equal to 12 square, right? But I start by writing that. Why? Because Pythagoras theorem says that a square plus b square equals to c square. So I start by writing that. Then I'm a bit confused. I add in the equal sign with a slash, say that they are not equal. So this way of presentation has a very fatal error because the first statement is already wrong. Then how do I present it correctly so that people know I'm trying to do a test? So this is what I do the correct way. So I use a green color pen. Try my best not to block. Alright. So can you write down AC square plus BC square equal 8 square plus 10 square equal 164. Do you notice I never write AB square here? I never. What did I write? I just try and calculate the length of the two short side square and see what's the number. And I realize the number is 164. So what do I write next? I will try to write down the hypotenuse square, which is what? 12 square, and what's the value? 144. So now I have two sets of value. Are they equal? No. Then I can form a concluding statement. I can form a concluding statement since a c square plus bc square is not equal to ab square. Do you see that? Do you see that at the start I never assume they are the same? But for the wrong one, at the first step I assume they are the same. So here I assume they are equal. This I never assume. I make them into two separate statements. Then I end on with they are not equal. No. If you write this, straight away 0 mark. No. You prove it this way. Okay, later I show you another one. Later I show you another one. A more convincing example. Can I end off this first? Can you write down by converse Pythagoras theorem? Triangle ABC is not 90 degree. Maybe I write a footnote explaining why is this wrong. This is wrong because we assume triangle ABC is 90 degree by this statement. Alright? This is wrong because we already assume it's 90 degree, right? Otherwise we are not able to write 8 square plus 10 square equals to 12 square. Do you agree? Because we assume, that's why you are able to write that. But it is not 90 degree. So we cannot start by assuming. Can you understand? No assumption. No assumption. Now, let me try and so far all understand? Can I scroll the screen at least to show you the correct one, and then so that I can start with B? P. Do you know which one is most likely the hypotenuse? The 34. So this is PQ, this is R. PR is 30, PQ is 16. Can I show you the wrong one and the correct one as well? Can I show you the wrong one and correct one as well? So shall we start with the wrong one? How do I start with the wrong one? 30 square, or maybe I start by writing the alphabet. If I start by writing this, can you help me continue? PR square plus something square equals to something square. Can you try? Plus RQ, thank you. One more. PQ. And are they really equal? They are really equal, right? PR is what? 30 square. RQ 16 square. Is it really equals to 34 square? Yes, right? It happens that it is the same, right? So what can we conclude? Since PR square plus RQ square equals to PQ square by converse pythagoras theorem, triangle PQR is 90 degree. Which one? Since. Sorry, yeah. Take out a red pen, mark wrong, and write down the reason why you're wrong. Because you start with assuming that PR square plus RQ square is equals to PQ square. You already assume. So that is why on the worksheet you see that there's a star. The star says presentation is the most important thing in this question. On the right side, under the correct column, I'm going to show you a set of working that looks almost the same as this. Almost the same. Do the working as normal. Nisa, you want to start by telling me the first one. P R square plus RQ square equal wrong. If you write the 34 square wrong already, you pretend. You cannot start. Why? Because they say proof. Did they tell you it's 90 degree? They did not. In fact, you don't know whether it's 90 degree or not. So you cannot start by using Pythagoras theorem. So how should you continue? You pretend. You pretend by writing 30 square plus 16 square, and you pretend to calculate the value. Oh, it's 1156. But I don't know whether later on the so-called the hypotenuse is it 1156. Jess, do you want to suggest what's the next sentence I should write? P Q square equals to 34 square equals to, oh, same. Then you pretend that you are very excited, that you discover that they are the same. Then you end with the statement. Do you know the statement is the same statement as that statement? It's really the same. Since PR square plus RQ square equals to PQ square, right? By converse Pythagoras theorem. Please spell out, no short form for this. Triangle PQR is 90 degree triangle. Yes, triangle sign is allowed. So draw a triangle. But only triangle, no square, no rectangle, no circle, no. Huh? But triangle. What happens if you spell the word Pythagoras? Good. You must spell the word Pythagoras. Oh, how to spell? Oh, okay, try and learn the spelling. But it's not a English paper lah, so sometimes teacher will not may not penalize on the wrong spelling. But try your best to spell it out. Now, can you write a sentence here to support why this is correct? This is correct because you end with PR square plus RQ square equals to PQ square. Let me show you where exactly did I end with it. This is the ending and this is the ending. Let me try and highlight where do you start. You started with this. Please move yourself if you can't see. Now, so let me conclude again. Let me summarize. You cannot start with a square plus b square equals to c square because you don't know whether it is it a 90-degree triangle. So for proving question, you must, correct, under the correct column, you must only end with p square, a square plus b square equals to c square. So on top, what do? You pretend you don't know, you go and find the individual length square and see whether are they the same. Now you understand? Okay, with this chapter is done. Can done. Just like that. A very fast is a very fast thing. Can you now try this?